Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum students. 9th class, this is our third lecture regarding unit number 4, Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha. We have already done first 5 paragraphs. I hope that you have revised them and now you have no problem in their reading, comprehension and translation. Today we'll read and translate paragraph number 6 and 7. Plus, we'll do an exercise, that is exercise D, on page 39 that deals with anaphoric reference and cataphoric reference. Now, open your books at page number 34. Let's start reading paragraph number 6. Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha was amongst the early few who accepted Islam. She was the daughter of Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu and stepsister of Hazrat Aisha Siddiqa Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha. She was the wife of Hazrat Zubair bin Al-Awwam Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu and the mother of Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubair Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu. She died at the ripe old age of about 100 years. Hazrat Abdullah bin Zubair Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anhu used to say that he had not seen anybody more generous and open-hearted than his aunt Hazrat Aisha Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha and his mother. Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha was so generous that she sold the garden inherited after the death of her sister Hazrat Aisha Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha. She gave away all the money to the poor and the needy. Nobody ever returned empty-handed from her doorstep. Now let's have a look at the meanings of the difficult words of paragraph 6. Amongst में से, early few, ibtadai chand log, accepted, kabul kiya. Ripe old age, pukhta umr. Generous, fayaz ya sakhi. Open-hearted, फराख दिल. Inherited, विरसा में मिला हुआ. Gave away, बांट दी या तकसीम कर दी. Needy, ज़रूरतमंद. Returned, लौटा, वापस गया. Empty-handed, तहीदस्त या खाली हाथ. Doorstep, दहलीज. Now let's read it again and translate it. Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha was amongst the early few. Hazrat Asma Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha उन इब्तदाई चंद लोगों में से थी who accepted Islam, जिन्होंने इस्लाम कबूल किया. She was the daughter of, वो बेटी थी हज़रत अबू बकर सिद्दीक़ रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु and step sister of और सौतेली बहन थी of हज़रत आयशा सिद्दीक़ा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा. आप रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा हज़रत अबू बकर सिद्दीक़ रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु की बेटी और हज़रत आयशा सिद्दीक़ा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा की सौतेली बहन थी. She was the wife of हज़रत ज़ुबैर बिन अल-अवाम रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु. आप रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा हज़रत ज़ुबैर बिन अल-अवाम रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु की ज़ौजा थी या बीवी थी एंड मदर ऑफ हज़रत अब्दुल्ला बिन ज़ुबैर रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु और हज़रत अब्दुल्ला बिन ज़ुबैर रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु की वालिदा थी. शी डाइड, उन्होंने वफ़ात पाई एट द राइप ओल्ड एज, पुख्ता उम्र में, ऑफ अबाउट 100 years, तकरीबन 100 साल की. आप रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा ने तकरीबन 100 साल की पुख्ता उम्र में वफ़ात पाई. हज़रत अब्दुल्ला बिन ज़ुबैर रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हु यूज्ड टू से, कहा करते थे, that he had not seen, कि उन्होंने नहीं देखा था anybody, कोई भी शख्स, more generous, ज़्यादा फयास या ज़्यादा सखी and open-hearted और फराख दिल than his aunt हज़रत आयशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा, अपनी खाला हज़रत आयशा रज़ियल्लाहु ताला अन्हा से ज़्यादा एंड हिज मदर, और अपनी वालदा से ज़्यादा. حضرت عبداللہ بن زبیر کہا کرتے تھے کہ انہوں نے اپنی خالہ حضرت عائشہ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ اور اپنی والدہ سے زیادہ سخی اور فراخ دل کوئی شخص نہیں دیکھا تھا. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ was so generous. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ اتنی فیاض تھیں یا اتنی سخی تھیں that کہ she sold the garden, انہوں نے وہ باغ بیچ دیا. inherited ورثہ میں ملا ہوا after the death of her sister حضرت عائشہ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ, اپنی بہن حضرت عائشہ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ کی وفات کے بعد. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ اتنی سخی تھیں کہ انہوں نے اپنی بہن حضرت عائشہ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ کی وفات کے بعد ورثہ میں ملا ہوا باغ بیچ دیا. she gave away, انہوں نے بانٹ دی, تقسیم کر دی. all the money, ساری رقم. to the poor, غریبوں میں, and the needy, اور ضرورت مندوں میں. آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ نے ساری رقم غریبوں اور ضرورت مندوں میں تقسیم کر دی. nobody ever returned, کوئی کبھی نہیں لوٹا. empty handed, خالی ہاتھ یا تہی دست, from her doorstep, ان کی دہلیز سے. کوئی کبھی بھی ان کی دہلیز سے خالی ہاتھ نہیں لوٹا. یا آپ ایسے بھی کہہ سکتے ہیں, ان کی بجائے آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ بھی کہہ سکتے ہیں, کوئی بھی کبھی آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ کی دہلیز سے خالی ہاتھ نہیں لوٹا. حضرت اسما will always be remembered for her courage, generosity and wisdom. She had resolute faith in Allah Almighty. Her life would always be a beacon of light for all of us. This was paragraph number 7, a very short paragraph. Let's have a look at the meanings of the difficult words of this paragraph. Will be remembered, yaad rakhi jayengi. Courage, himmat. Generosity, sakhavat. Wisdom, danishmandi. Resolute faith, pukhta iman ya pukhta yaqeen. Beacon of light, mashale ra. Let's translate this last paragraph. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ will always be remembered. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ ہمیشہ یاد رکھی جائیں گی for her courage, اپنی ہمت, generosity, سخاوت, and wisdom, اور دانشمندی کی وجہ سے. حضرت اسماء رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ اپنی ہمت, سخاوت اور دانشمندی کی وجہ سے ہمیشہ یاد رکھی جائیں گی. she had resolute faith in Allah Almighty. she had, انہیں تھا, resolute faith, پختہ ایمان, in Allah Almighty, اللہ تعالیٰ پر. آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ اللہ تعالیٰ پر پختہ ایمان رکھتی تھیں. her life, آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ کی زندگی would always be, ہمیشہ رہے گی, a beacon of light, مشعل راہ, for all of us, ہم سب کے لیے. her life would always be a beacon of light for all of us. ان کی زندگی, یا آپ رضی اللہ تعالیٰ عنہ کی زندگی ہمارے لیے, ہم سب کے لیے ہمیشہ مشعل راہ رہے گی. So now we have finished doing the translation of unit number 4. Now we'll move on to our exercise that is there on page 39 of your textbook, dealing with cataphoric reference and anaphoric reference. Before we discuss the difference between anaphoric reference and cataphoric reference, we must see what a reference actually is. A reference is a word or a phrase in a text or a writing which refers to another word or phrase in the same text. So let's read the sentences and see which two words are linked, two words or phrases are linked together. Abu Jahl, the chief of disbelievers, in a fit of fury, headed towards Hazrat Abu Bakr Siddiq's home. he began knocking at the door violently. Let's see which two words or phrases are connected or linked. Abu Jahl, the chief of disbelievers. Okay, in number 2, her grandfather Abu Quhafa was a disbeliever at that time. So here her grandfather Abu Quhafa are linked together. When Aslam was playing cricket, he hurt his hand. Here Aslam and he. Number 4, before she finished the work, Neelam checked the mistakes once again. She and Neelam. Number 5, Anis threw the stone. He broke the window. Anis and he. When she entered the room, Zeba was surprised to see so many guests. So she and Zeba. Now number 7, the city of gardens, Lahore, is also famous for its historical places. So here the city of gardens and Lahore. So let's have a look at it once again. Who was the chief of disbelievers? Abu Jahl. Who was her grandfather? Abu Quhafa. Who is this he? Aslam. Who is this she in sentence number 4? Neelam. Who is this he in number 5? Anis. So let's have a look at this 6th one. Who is this she referring to? Zeba. And in the last one, the city of gardens refers to Lahore. So this is called reference. One word or phrase refers to another word or phrase in the same text. Now we'll see the difference between cataphoric reference and anaphoric reference. If a word or a phrase refers to an earlier expression or word or a phrase, it is called anaphoric. So sentence number 1. In sentence number 1 we have anaphoric reference. Okay. Have a look at sentence number 2. An earlier expression is referring to a later expression. Her grandfather is referring to Abu Quhafa. So when an expression refers to a later expression, it is called cataphoric reference. So this is cataphoric. Number 3. Here he is referring to an earlier expression, anaphoric. Earlier expression, anaphoric. Later expression, cataphoric. Okay. Now you tell me, here she is referring to Neelam, which is a later expression. So what kind of a reference it is? It is cataphoric reference. Number 5. He refers to an expression that comes earlier in the sentence. So it is anaphoric reference. Here she refers to Zeba, a later expression. So when it refers to a later expression, it is called cataphoric. Okay. In the last one, the city of gardens refers to Lahore, which comes later. So this is again cataphoric. So beta, you might have noticed one thing, that proper nouns do not refer to pronouns and other expressions or phrases in the sentence. Rather, other phrases and pronouns refer to proper nouns. So if a proper noun comes first, it is anaphoric. If it comes later in the sentence, it is cataphoric. Name comes first, anaphoric. Name comes later, cataphoric. Name comes first, anaphoric. Name comes later, cataphoric. Name comes first, anaphoric. Name Zeba comes afterwards, cataphoric. Here again, when name comes afterwards, it is cataphoric. So, this is all for today. Very soon I will see you with my next lecture. Allah Hafiz.